First, we set out as Golden Boy Promotion and also partner, and everyone at Golden Boy, we set out and boldly stated that we wanted to put on the best fights and have the fight welcomed by the fans and the media. And we on that path. I mean, if you look at the landscape of boxing today, you do see a growth, you do see a battle that's being battled amongst who put on the best shows. All the other stuff behind the scenes is gonna take us, as they say, course, but we continue to put on the best shows. Lemieux and I, the Tiger, didn't have to accept or have to even call out or even negotiate in a way of making a fight happen with Triple G and his team. But, you know, it happened, they wanted to do it, and we're here. The middleweight division, to me, made my career what it is today. And yes, even though I made more than a brief stop at light heavyweight and made history there, we know that the middleweight division is a division that got everyone to know who I was, or who I am. I'm proud of that. And I'm proud to be in a position, as I use the word so surreal, to be talking about a middleweight unification in a sport that we all know rarely happens. And so to be on this end of this middleweight tournament, unification rather, is surreal again. But it's reality because of Lemieux and Triple G's people. And so to witness that on this side and for y'all to write about it and talk about it and promote it through y'all resources in Canada and around the world, they will know what the middleweight division history is about. And they will know that Lemieux and Triple G has an opportunity to be able to place their DNA in history in the middleweight division. And so as I say, pass the torch, as Camille mentioned earlier, I pass the torch to these guys. And at the end, I know that we will have our hands raised. I really mean this because, briefly, I'm gonna tell you, when I sat back in New York City and seen how people remember the middleweight division in 2001, post 9/11, New York, and how Lemieux comes across as respectful and credibility is there, no question, nobody's questioning that, the heart, the talent. But I see and feel that Triple G is not getting special treatment, but sort of getting the treatment that Trinidad received. And this is something that I feel I have the high credibility to speak about briefly, hopefully be briefly, is that we don't mind being the underdog amongst opinions. I say we, you know why? Because to me, history normally rewrites itself. And there's no pressure that I'm putting on Lemieux. This is for his legacy. Yes, he has a team, but this is for his legacy, his family, and anything else that comes behind that. But I'm passionate about the division, I'm passionate about this position, because I know that there is not going to be too many opportunities for anybody to be in this situation that I personally am involved in. And so I see that history clearly repeats itself, and come October 17th, HBO pay-per-view, I, the Tiger, myself, Golden Boy Promotion, we're going to be proud of what Lemieux accomplished that night. Because I know that y'all, the Canadian media, the Canadian fans, the people, and the ones he has back over in Philadelphia and in the States, is going to be rooting for Lemieux. and they're gonna be rooting for who they like, Triple J. I see this fight being one of the fights that people are gonna talk about a long time. And it's closing out the year where people normally remember the last ending of the book than the beginning. And any love readers in here will know that you go through a process from the beginning to the middle, and then the end is what you review the book on. Well, this year, Golden Boy can say that we've given you what we said and promised we would do. And we look forward, way before it gets here, 2016, to continue to do as Lemieux becomes undisputed, from my mouth to your ears, middleweight champion of the world. Thank you for being patient.
Any mistake that you might exploit, any mistake that Triple G is making while he's fighting?
Well, I do, but I see a guy with a Triple G hat on, unless he wants to sell me that so I can put it up somewhere. I'm not going to mention it, because the coach is going to see more than I can see, but I do see things, and I will not reveal those things based on what I see, because I think that at the end, Lemieux has the IQ and the computer to put it together. And the fun part is, if you haven't got your ticket yet, or your family members, anybody you know, you have to, because it's going to be, you know, did a record breaking. I'm being a political guy now, I'm switching conversations. It's going to be sold out. So tell your people to come watch it. Tell your fans and anybody that you know to come watch it. But there is a blueprint to beat any fighter. But you got to have the athlete and the intelligent one to be able to find those spots in those 12 rounds or less to make that come to fruition. Before Kamel say anything, I just want to say one more thing before everybody go. Obviously, I'm biased. I'm on my side. I'm rooting for that, and I'll do that to the end. That's my loyalty, and I really believe it. The promoter hat is on most of the time, but I'm letting everyone know y'all came to really talk to the two guys, and that's what this is about. For some reason, we just hope that October 17th, it'll be a problem if you don't show up to that fight. Then y'all really have something to write about. Because we never seen that before. We've seen delays, postponement. But y'all guy, root for him, don't root for him, it's all good. It's no worries. But we hope you show up October 17th with no excuses. Hey, you win, you lose, no excuses. So we big boys here. Thank you. Oh, and I forgot I was an underdog when I fought Tito. I think I was 11-1. Remember that? Do you? That's great.
Hypothetically speaking, let's just say a day or two before the fight, says, Golovkin said yesterday he's scared. Let's just say David, a day or two before the fight, says, I'm a little worried, I'm a little nervous, didn't think I was going to feel this way before the fight. Let's just say I'm David, and you sat me down, and he asked you for advice a day or two because he had the butterflies. What would you say?
Well, if you yourself was David, I'll get on the first plane in 5 seconds. You set yourself up for that. It's a joke. You have a sense of humor around here. Y'all listen up. I had your breakfast this morning, your orange juice. Listen up. But no, listen. There's no, this for any young athlete, anybody in here that played sports, whatever sport it was, there's no crime in being a little nervous. You know how many times I was nervous, when I went in a situation? But we know how to camouflage those things. When that bell rings, trust me, any athlete in any sport would tell you that immediately goes out of your whole spirit, body, everything. Trust me. Because now the real deal happens, especially in boxing. This man is trying to hurt you. You got more to worry about than being nervous right now. And I'm giving you my opinion, and most athletes who have been around, fighters, especially, trust me, yes, it happens. You go through all that. You do the media stuff. You do what we're doing now. You're going to have a couple more before October 17th. Yeah, and you're ready at the same time, so you got all these emotions, and maybe you're reading and you're hearing certain things that you don't agree with. That's the one. Some you're motivated by, some you're like, what? All these things is part of being a true professional. You have to be able to challenge these things. You have to be able to be in control, but understand you're also vulnerable. But when that bell rings, and it goes down, all what you dream for is right in front of your face. You got 30 plus minutes to not to worry about what maybe might not happen. That's how I felt. I'm pretty sure Lemieux can speak for himself and other fighters when you're asking that in the future, leading up to this fight, but that goes out the window when the time comes.
But obviously, you said it yourself. I mean, undercard is fantastic. That's why this fight is its own card from the top to the bottom. The undercard can be a main event. The co-main event could be a main event.